Alright, well, this was a little bit unexpected. Okay, so a couple months ago it was announced that on October 13th, they would be Womp Stop Films would be releasing their Friday the 13th fan film, Never Hike in the Snow. It itself being a prequel to the previous film they did, Never Hike Alone. It's set 3 days, I think, before the events of the original one. Which, in context of how this ends, doesn't make sense. But, go with it. So, I had totally forgotten about it. Last night I come home, I take my phone out of my pocket, and I look at it and it says, Alive in 30 minutes. Premiering in 30 minutes. Womp Stop Films. Never Hike in the Snow. I'm like, wait, what? Wow? Yes. I forgot. And so, live in 30 minutes was more like 10 by the time I got to it. So I waited and I watched it. Now, last night was a clusterfuck of stuff going on. My phone being a pain in the ass with a game I downloaded taking up too much memory, and thus, even though I deleted a bunch of shit, wouldn't let me do anything else. It was fine at first, and then all of a sudden I had to download an update after I got so far in the game, and then it told me, hey, you're running out of space. And even after I cleared up a bunch of space, it still says running low on space. So I had to delete the game, and then I got pissed and I decided to go to bed. I did watch it, but I didn't pay attention due to the anger that I had. So I rewatched it today. So this is Vincent DiSanti directing once again and also playing Jason once again. You got Tom Matthews reprising his role from the previous Friday the 13th film, Part 6, as well as his cameo at the end of Never Hike Alone. And, it's about a missing teenager. The first shot of the movie, besides it's only 20 minutes long, but the first shot of this, besides the drone shot with the credits, is the kid being chased by Jason, and he keeps pressing the freaking thing on the vehicle, which, that's fucking stupid. Why would you keep making noise to alert your presence? And even though you're not where the sound is, Jason can get to where the sound is before you do, and you're still dead by the time you get there. That's stupid. And he ends up dead, but a pretty cool, you don't really see the kill when he does it, but you get an after shot. And the gore, for being something on YouTube, and how YouTube content creators have to fight to put things with gore on there, it's there. It's pretty good. There's only a couple shots. There's this, and there's one later. But they're pretty good gore shots. And so then the investigation has the sheriff, who I didn't realize was a character from Part 6 until later. The sheriff is investigating this. Tells his deputy, hey, keep his hush-hush. Even though he knows the kid is dead, he tells the mom that he's missing. So he goes investigating the house. And when he's investigating his stuff, you see he's looking, maybe the kid knew something more about than what he let on. Who knows? And then he leaves because he's called because Tommy Jarvis shows up and writes Jason on the hood of a police car. So they had to track him down. After he leaves, the mom looks on the computer. We get an Easter egg, Never Hike Alone. Turns out he was watching one of the videos from the guy in the first one. You know, he was a vlogger. He was watching one of the guy's videos. So there's the connection. Even though the end of this doesn't really connect to that, but maybe they're going to continue this. I don't know. But anyway, so it's an investigation, basically. They catch up with Tommy, and here's where we get our first sense of who this guy is, the sheriff is. He has a gun with a red laser pointer on it, and he points it at Tommy. And the first thing that pops in my head is, wherever the red light goes, ya bang. I'm like, but that's not the guy, is it? Well, yes, because later he gets in the car and he goes, ya bang, to Tommy. I'm like, okay, we didn't know before, it's him. It's the stupid deputy from Part 6. It's him. He's the sheriff now. How that guy became sheriff, I don't know, but it's pretty cool to see him back. And, yeah. This gives us the aesthetic we always wanted. Jason in the snow. Because the whole thing of Friday the 13th is it's a summer camp. So, gotta take place in the summer usually. How there's always a Friday the 13th in the summer, I don't know. Although after part 4, or after part 2, it's part 3 is Saturday the 14th, and part 5 is Sunday the 15th. But then it's Friday the 13th again. How many years later for part 6? I don't know. But yes, this was good to see Jason in the snow. Even though this takes place 3 days before the other one, why isn't there snow? I know he's wearing like a hat. Maybe in Jersey there wasn't any snow. Who knows? But it's supposed to be the same place, right? And now I think about it, what are the odds that the guy this kid was watching would show up 3 days later to a place where there not any snow anymore? I don't know. It's hard to connect, especially since this ends. When this ends, Tommy is going to jail. But in the previous one, it's supposed to be like happen after this. He was a paramedic. He wasn't undercover paramedic, was he? They knew his name. I don't know. And this one ends. It's only 20 minutes long, which is when I was watching it last night. I was like, "Wait, it's over already? It's only 20 minutes. The other one was like an hour." This is 20 minutes long, because I guess they're doing little short ones to connect. And I don't know if the next one's going to connect to this or connect to the first one. Maybe they should do both. Maybe the next one should connect to this one and directly set up the original. And then the other two should connect to the first one. Just an idea, I like what Vincent DeSante is doing. I loved Never Hike Alone. I really like this. My only big complaint is that it's too short. The ending was pretty cool, where the deputy is looking around. You know this guy is fucking doomed because he keeps texting his wife about his wife. His wife and his kid. He's got a wife and a kid. This guy's gonna die, and by the end, he gets it. Jason chops his fucking head off, and yeah. Instead, we get to see Jason shoot an arrow here for the first time since part 3. Shoots that kid in the leg before stabbing him in the mouth. That's pretty cool. Vincent DeSante, the director himself, plays Jason, and he's a great Jason. He's very, very physical with his performance. He's very big, hulking, very, very brutal. Jason, and I like it. I loved him in the first one, and this one I really liked him. He's great. The story this time, there's a lot more interaction between people, where the first one was just one guy running from Jason until the end when there was the paramedics. Here you got the sheriff, you got the deputy, you got the sheriff talking to the mom, you got flashbacks to show the mom and the kid talking. There's interactions, and I kind of like that. It gives more of a feel like, they had a little bit more of a budget this time. But probably not, because it's only 20 minutes long. But still pretty good. Like I said, the only negative I have for this, yes, I do nitpicks, but that doesn't really go against my score. The only negative I have for this is that it's too short. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. This was cool. It needs to be longer. Most people criticize this. There are people on Facebook that plainly said it was disappointing. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, you should be thankful that you're getting something. With the stupid lawsuit being tied up in courts for God who knows how long. Due to Sean S. Cunningham won the rights back. Some other guy won the rights. Be glad you got something Friday the 13th related. It's only a Tuesday the 13th, which I get. They probably wanted to release in October because it's horror related, but next month, there is a Friday the 13th in November, so I don't know. But this was very enjoyable. 9 out of 10. So what are your thoughts on Never Hiking the Snow? Leave no comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one. Why did I push stop? You did not stop. Yeah.